changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts. I have the power to change my life. Well, I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts, who changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts. I have the power to change my life. If you ask me who am I am wisdom, I am light. I am more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts, who changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts. I have the power to change my life. If you ask me who am I am beauty, I am joy, I am more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts, who changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts. I have the power to change my life. I can choose to be the light, to brighten someone's darkest night. I am more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts, who changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts. I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts, who changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorta, kinda.
I get to choose it. I don't always get to choose the methodology in which that happens. Good morning, everybody. It is my great pleasure to be with you today. I am Stephanie, and it's just going off the rails today, okay? I just want you to know that right now. I have no idea what's going to happen. So, welcome. We're going to see how this goes. Some things to say. One, we had a beautiful celebration of life yesterday for Helen Soren, and I just want you to know that that was just absolutely extraordinary, and what a pleasure to get to witness this beautiful woman's life. And it was an amazing turnout. I thought for sure that I was going to be standing outside with somebody telling me what they were saying inside, but I was lucky enough to get a seat, and David McClure presided over that, and he did just an extraordinary job. And while I was there, one of the things that came up, because Evan and Mindy have been at Village this week, and they'll be there for 2 weeks, was who is going to be the speaker today? And I kept saying, I have no idea. I guess we'll find out together. But I did say that if there was no speaker, that I would just take this microphone down and start interviewing people. And there was some resistance to that. And I don't know why, because you all are lovely people, and I'm sure you've got wonderful things to say. So I will tell you that we do have a speaker today, and it's kind of an unusual thing, and it's going to be a little bit exciting for me to see. But Evin, who is not with us, will be with us. He has prepared something for us from Unity Center, Unity Village, and he's going to be presenting to us via video. So I'm excited to see how that happens. And so it's going to be a very, very cool thing. Yeah. I have no idea.
It's a secret location.
It is a secret location.
Okay.
It is in Missouri. East Summit out of Kansas City, Missouri. Well, and I have been to Kansas City, Missouri, so I feel bad I never got to see that. That would be very exciting. And you would think that as long as I've been here, I would know that. But I tell you, I learn new stuff about this all the time. Okay, so for those of you who are watching live stream and have been watching everything, I welcome you, and we affirm that we are all one in spirit. We want to say special thanks to our musicians, our Chris and our Sandra, because they are amazing, and I am constantly astounded at the synchronicities that happen between what you do with music and things that you have no idea what is going on. But I had to pick a spiritual reading this morning, and I heard your song, and I went, oh, yeah. So thank you for that. And also I want to thank our wonderful media team, Byron and Wayne. Thank you so much for everything you do, because without you this doesn't happen. Yeah. So thank you. And I think that is it for announcements for now. So I'm going to invite you to join me in our opening prayer. Sweet Spirit, we open our hearts to receive you. We greet this day centered in God and in the knowledge that we are all one in the Spirit of Christ. It is from this consciousness that we each become an individual expression of the love of God. We envision sending this love out to our world, seeing love extending out to our Unity community, to the city of Spokane, and out across the globe. We honor all those who worship on this day, no matter what religion, for we know that there are many paths to God, but there is only one God. In the warm and loving spirit of unity, we say thank you, God, and amen. And now, since yesterday, I just want to sing the amen all the time now. It's already running through my head. Okay, our spiritual reading today is something that I've pulled from the Seat of the Soul. And when I talk about synchronicities, I find it very interesting, because something that I do quite frequently when I'm not quite sure what it is I need, but I know I need something, I'll pull a book and I'll just open it to whatever place to see what message there is from the universe or whatever it is I need. And that happened today. So this morning, as I'm finding out all the new stuff that is happening this morning, that was what I did. And this is what came up. The decisions that you make and the actions that you take upon the earth are the means by which you evolve. At each moment, you choose the intentions that will shape your experiences and those things upon which you focus your attention. These choices affect your evolutionary process. This is so for each person. If you choose unconsciously, you evolve unconsciously. If you choose consciously, you evolve consciously. And I just went, yep.
We were on the wave.
As always, there is that. All right, and now we are going to have more fabulous music from Sandra and Chris, and then we will prepare for meditation.
In the stillness of the silence, I am one with perfect life. I am healed, I live in freedom. Joy now fills me and thrills me, mind and heart. In the stillness of the silence, I am one with light and love. I am wise, my thoughts are loving. Peace now fills me and thrills me, mind and heart. In the stillness of the silence, I am one with God the good. I am trusting as I listen. Faith now fills me and thrills me, mind and heart.
Thank you. And now for those of you who are joining us live stream, I invite you to find a comfortable position. And for those of you who are here in sanctuary, I invite you to do the same. And close our eyes, take a very deep breath. Hold it for a second if you can, and then release. Allow yourself to ground into the earth, feeling your roots go deeper and deeper as you go deep into the earth. Just allowing everything there to ground while we take another deep breath. And then allow ourselves to just relax. And as we relax, going deeper inside of ourselves, to that place inside of us that connects with spirit, that connects with the divine, that connects with love. We protect ourselves with the love and the strength of Christ. We protect ourselves with the love and strength of God. We protect ourselves with the love and strength of Spirit. The love and strength of God are much greater than anything that may trouble our hearts or disquiet our minds. And we breathe in that love. We breathe in that protection. We become one with the light. We become one with Spirit. We take a deep breath, and inside here, I love you to your heart as you breathe out. Call upon your indwelling spiritual gifts of love and strength to protect and guide you. Relax into your oneness with God and feel the deep peace and well-being that keeps you calm and confident. Knowing that the love of God keeps your heart peaceful, and the strength of God allows you to withstand any trial. Through this love and oneness, we grow in confidence to become all that we can be. Through this peace, we easily recognize and apply divine guidance and inspiration and the ability to act upon it decisively. We live through this divinity. We are secure within this divinity, and through the divine, we thrive. So now I invite you to continue just taking those beautiful deep breaths, connecting yourself to the light within, and taking a few minutes of peace and quiet just to connect with Spirit and yourself and the light. Now slowly begin to feel yourselves returning back to our present place, returning back to our present consciousness, back with each other. As you're coming back, we will reground and open your eyes to see 5 things you can see. 4 things you can touch, whether it be the feel of the clothes against your body, the feel of the chair against your back, your feet upon the floor. 3 things that you can hear: the sound of my voice, the sound of cloth rustling, the sound of the air conditioner. 2 things you can smell. Maybe it's the fabulous shampoo you used this morning. Maybe it's the cologne of your partner. And 1 thing you can taste, which is always the saliva in our own mouth. And by now you should be back to present and regrounded.
Let silence be broken as the day follows night. Let plain words be spoken in the clear morning light. Let tongues that were bound be loosed to proclaim delight in each other and treasure each face. Now we welcome the morning of a brilliant new day, and we welcome each other to work and to play, and we welcome you, Spirit, in all that we do, in going and coming, we do it with you, in going and coming, we do it with you.
Thank you. You guys do such a great job. I could listen to you all day. Well, sometimes I have listened to you all day because I keep your CD in the car, so sometimes I do listen to you all day, and I encourage you, if you don't have her CD, get it, because it's fantastic.
Thank you.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we know that there is a lot happening in our world. There is a lot happening in our community. There is a lot happening in our lives. And Some of those things are not as pleasant as we would have them be, but I just want to remind us all that we do have a statement of peace and that unity is about peace. And so I invite you to join me in what our statement for peace is. And as doing so, you can hold in yourself the vision of what's happening in your own life, what's happening in community, and what's happening in Ukraine. And we hold a vision of a peaceful end to the violence in Ukraine and all nations presently at war. And if that nation is in your house, well, please, I pray for peace in your homes. So together, unity stands for peace in the presence of conflict, for love in the presence of hatred, for forgiveness in the presence of injury. Unity honors the many names for God, the many paths to God, the many ways to worship God, the one God, power and presence of God, each one of us equally. Unity stands for peace in our lifetime. It is therefore the position of unity to urge all nations, their leaders, and their people to turn to God by whatever name for guidance during these challenging times and to pursue peace, not war. For this is what honors the God of all our faith traditions. And now I invite you to stand, and for those of you who are on live stream, I would like to encourage you to envision yourself being held in love with all of those you consider a part of your spiritual family. And let us pause and offer each other the divine sign of peace. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you. I invite you to be seated. We get another song, and then we will be hearing from Evin in whatever way he has decided that we're going to hear from him. I'm kind of excited about this. So here we go.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to the present moment, here to a new beginning here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, oh, get ready, my soul. 'Cause here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, oh, get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul.
Hey, Unity Center, Divine Love and Light, Reverend Evan, coming to you this morning from Unity Village, and I have a very special surprise for you all this morning. This is Reverend Karen on the stand. Of course, I'll let her introduce herself, but she is my co-minister for my alternative ministry. Some of you've heard about Courageous Living in Unity, and was a mentor of mine. When I lived in Dallas, I was a youth director at her church. I was a prayer chaplain. And anyway, Karen is here too. So she has said yes to joining me in this message this morning. So I will, I'll let Karen introduce herself.
Good morning, everybody, and happy day. I'm happy to be here with you, and what a surprise for me as well. So let's see what Spirit has to say. It's always my honor to be with Evin as co-minister and as a good and cherished friend. So thank you for welcoming me to your Sunday morning.
Yes, it is. And we are, just so you know, for those of you who haven't been to the village and for those of you who have, we are coming to you from a very sacred space on the village grounds called Lowell's Garden. And it was Lowell Fillmore, which I believe is a grandson.
Son.
Yeah, a son, okay, of Charles and Myrtle Fillmore. So my history can be a little bit rusty sometimes. But so, you know, one of the things Karen and I had talked about with this message is just being present in the present moment. And really kind of what gave me this idea this morning was, you know, when I first arrived at Unity Village, I found my mind wondering. You know, I was always already wondering about what I'm going to do when I get back, you know, when Mindy and I get back to Spokane, all the things we have to do when we get back. But, you know, I realized what was missing in that moment was just being present and just allowing myself to be here and to experience this moment. You know, and Karen just did a wonderful meditation on just being present in this beautiful moment.
And when I arrived, I tried to get in as many spaces of these grounds as quickly as possible. So I was running like a beheaded chicken, going to the Peace Chapel and visiting the Silent Unity and all the places that I love about Unity Village so much. And I was going at warp speed, and I realized I'm going to be here for a couple of days. I can slow it down, and I can be present to every bit of love and the beautiful energy that this space has to offer to me. So I'm like you. I needed to remind myself to be present to this very moment.
You know, and we do, there is a past. You know, we have had a past, but that moment doesn't exist anymore in this space. And the future is yet to be written. So really all we have is this present moment. And, you know, I think sometimes we're taught to, what can sometimes take us out of the present moment is the mind, right? Because we start thinking about what we have to do, or we start feeling a certain way. You know, maybe we feel a little bit of I can't talk this morning. We feel a little bit of worry about the future, or we're starting to feel fear and things like that. And I think one of the things too in being present is, and I know I've talked about this before, but it's allowing us to experience all that comes in this moment. Because sometimes we don't want to feel feelings that we think are unpleasant, or those things that we're taught we shouldn't feel.
Yes.
We're taught we shouldn't feel fear. I remember my parent, or feel sadness, or whatever it is in that moment. So we're in such a hurry to get rid of it and to not allow ourselves to feel it, that we come out of the present moment.
And for me, it was always, I grew up at a time and place that it wasn't proper, it wasn't polite to be angry. And when I suppress any of my feelings, those that I label good or those that I label bad, if I suppress my anger, if I suppress my jealousy, then I'm suppressing the good as well, because I can't pick and choose what I hold down. If I'm holding down anger, then I'm minimizing the love that I can feel as well. So if I let the anger rise in that moment, be present to that anger, and allow that anger to share the wisdom. What is it that anger has come to tell me? Because I believe that all of our feelings come to help us grow, and we can nurture ourselves. And that feeling isn't going to last forever. No feeling does. We probably already this morning had numerous feelings of excitement, of nervousness about the day, of more excitement, and they come to share with us. They come to give us a gift. So once we acquire the gift, that feeling's going to go. So if I sit with the anger and allow it to be fully, I grow in wisdom. And then I can be fully in the feelings of love and joy and peace as well. That's what I've learned about nurturing and being present to what's happening right here inside me, and growing from it, not being afraid of it, not pushing it away. It's important, whatever comes.
And it also allows us to be there for other people. I've talked about this before, but I fully believe, we're here to have this very human experience. And in that experience are going to be things that don't always feel so pleasant, Sometimes we want to be anywhere but here. We want to be anywhere but feeling and experiencing what we're experiencing. But also when we allow ourselves to just be here in this space and to feel everything, even those things we want to run just as quickly as we can away from them, we're able to be here for others that are also, maybe having some difficulty in being in that space, or having difficulty with feeling what they're feeling. It allows us to be here to support each other and to do something that I feel Jesus, laid on the groundwork for what we should be, which is love.
And how many times have we heard from others and experienced ourselves that when we walk through a difficult experience, when we walk through a hardship, that we wouldn't give that up, because it has given us resilience, strength. It's allowed us to become stronger in our faith. It's allowed us to become wiser and hopeful, and all of those wonderful things that we wish to grow in ourselves. and they are growing experiences. And when we practice compassion for ourselves, empathy for ourselves, and are present to that, then we're able to share that with others. But if we're not practicing that with ourselves, it's a diluted version of compassion and empathy that we're sharing with others. It's not in the richness of it, because we're holding back always something. And that doesn't mean we have to act out on every feeling that comes. It doesn't mean that at all. No, we shouldn't always act out on our anger, but to feel it. And in our grief, so many of us are hesitant to be present to grief.
Absolutely,
and, yes, and right now, the world is showing up in ways that many people are grieving. And when we sit with that grief and allow it to come into its fullness, that's where an enormous amount of compassion for ourselves begins and moves to other people as well. And then we can shift the consciousness of our whole world from that grief, that sadness, to love, kindness, compassion, and being in harmony with one another.
And to start, and I'm sorry I keep messing with my computer, but I'm trying to keep it from going to sleep. But it starts with just a willingness to be aware. It's like everything else. We can talk about this all day, but the rubber truly meets the road when we're willing to practice it. We're willing to not just hear the words, but to practice the words and to practice the teachings. It starts with a willingness to be aware. And it may even be just those small little snippets that you get at first, like me, when I mentioned that I came here and all of a sudden I realized I'm like, I'm so busy thinking about what I have to do when I get back that I'm living in another time and I'm not enjoying the moment. It's those small little nuggets of awareness. Practice them once, you start picking up, hey, I was thinking about the future. I wasn't thinking about where I am now. It's just a willingness to be aware and then becoming aware. And you'll gain more of that as time moves forward and the more you practice. It's like riding a bicycle. We didn't learn we didn't just get on, I don't know, I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for myself and for most others' experience. Yeah, we don't just jump on, take the training wheels off and off we go. It takes practice. And it's the same way with being present and with being aware.
May I share my mindfulness practice?
Definitely.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be responsible with my thinking. I wanted to be aware of what I was putting into the collective consciousness. So I began a practice, and it's about 5 or 6 years ago now, I began a practice of mindfulness. And every hour, from 6 in the morning till 10 at night, I have an alarm on my phone that goes off. And when that alarm chimes, I check in to what I'm feeling, what's going on, what's moving inside me. And I do a very quick mindfulness check. And that has helped me recognize how quickly my thinking and my feeling can tumble into negativity. Even though we in Unity, we practice a positive path, sometimes our mind takes us into places of negativity, worry, fear, doubt, all of those things. And in my mindfulness practice, every hour throughout the day, I pause and check in. And now it's become such a part of my life. I still do it every hour, an alarm goes off. But I notice that even before the alarm, if my mind is starting to carry me into a place that I'd worry, I can nurture it, listen to it, and shift into a place of affirmation of what is true rather than the fear. So that's a practice I've used for about 5 or 6 years, and it's really helped me be wise and responsible about what I contribute to that consciousness of the collective, and hopefully shift the energy around me. It certainly shifts the energy in me. Yes.
Absolutely. Well, Unity Center, it has been a privilege and an honor to come to you from Unity Village today and to have Reverend Karen join us. I just asked her probably about 5 or 10 minutes before we did this talk if she would join me, and she said yes. So, we thought that this morning would be the perfect morning to be present as we gave you this message and to be present in allowing Spirit to speak through us to you at this time. So,
Thank you.
thank you so much. I hope you all are having a wonderful Sunday. I know Sandra has brought together some amazing music. I saw what she was planning, so I know it has been a very wonderful Sunday for you. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm thinking about each and every one of you, and have a wonderful Sunday and a wonderful rest of your week.
Namaste.
Namaste.
as Sandra and Chris go into our next song, we will prepare to have gifts, and then we'll bless those and go on.
When I'm feeling down and blue, I found a trick that I share with you. I can choose a better way with every little thought I think. If I wake up with a bad attitude, I fill my heart with gratitude. I give thanks for everything with every little thought I think. I can choose to be happy, choose to be free. Moment by moment, it's all up to me. 'Cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think. What I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think. What you thinking? 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 What you're thinking? Well, I wake up feeling down and blue. I found a trick that I'll share with you. I can choose a better way with every little thought I think. Well, I can choose to be happy, choose to be free. Moment by moment, it's all up to me. 'Cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, there is no doubt. Day by day, well, I pave the way for every little thought I think. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think. Day by day, well, I pave the way with every little thought I think. What you thinking? 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 What you're thinking?
Thank you.
I pray before that song. The changes go so fast. I'm like,
I don't know why. I mean, you hit it just, I mean, it just boom. You know, the
I'm
fingers,
sure
the
I
pipes,
missed a
it's all
few.
just in synchronicity. It's fantastic. Okay, I'm going to invite you all to join me in our love offering affirmation. Together, divine love in, through, and as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, Doug. And now we have our offerings, and we see these offerings multiplying and going forth to do amazing things in our community. All right, and I want to thank Evan and Karen. It was like they were right here. I felt like I could talk to them. But aside from that, we have our prayer requests. And I will tell you that recently my sister was a recipient of these prayer requests. And I will tell you that prayer, it works. My sister had absolutely no reason to continue to medically stay on the planet. But there were legions of people praying for her here at Unity and throughout other places, and offering her the healing that she needed if she decided to stay, and she decided to stay. And I attribute all of that to you and prayer. So if there is something that you are struggling with, please enter it into our prayer requests. And There are people who will pray here, and then they will send it to Unity, who will continue to pray on this. So please take advantage of that. Thank you, Doug. And of course, we have ways to support Unity, and we have our offerings that are here, but if you want to financially support the ministry and you're not present, you can do that either online, where you go to the website, you check a box, you can donate that way, or you can actually send it to the church. And if you're on live stream, do I need to read this? Do I need to tell you all what this says? Because I'm kind of feeling like, no, I don't. And part of that is that in the past, when I step onto this platform, I have a full script. But since we changed some of what we do, and my responsibilities have become less, and Evan's responsibilities have picked up, I'm winging a lot today. So, I mean, I usually warn y'all in the beginning that you have no idea what's going to happen when I step up here, because I have no idea what's going to happen when I step up here. So I appreciate your patience and your love and support. We want to now invite our children in.
Oh, Stephanie, can I make a quick announcement?
Oh my gosh, yes, I wanted to give you that time to do that.
Just quickly, I forgot.
It's important. Take it, girl.
We have a show coming up at the Jack, me and four of my great vocalists, and I've mentioned it before, so I won't go on and on about it. But I do have some tickets today if you want to come see me and come see the show. It's July 16th, Saturday. It's going to be great. Country, blues, jazz, pop, etc., etc. So let me know. And you can also get them online, so talk to me. I'll give you a little flyer. Yep. So thank you.
Thank you. And tickets are $25. Yep. And I'm planning to go, so
yay.
Absolutely, absolutely be there. Hello, children.
You are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. You are walking in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God.
Did you guys have a good time today? What did you do? You played stuff? What did you get to play? Fantastic. Well, we are so lucky to have you guys with us today. Thank you so much for being here. And we want to bless you. Yes, flying frogs. I always thought it was going to be flying pigs. I stand corrected. Children, we want you to know that we love you. We appreciate you. And we see the light of God within you. Amen. And you can return to wherever you want to go, as long as it's not straight for cake, because wait for your parents for that, okay?
There's cake?
I saw cake.
Oh, man. Let's hurry this up.
Yeah, we're going to speed this up, because I saw cake. Okay, we will stand for our last song, which is Let There Be Peace on Earth.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator,
frogs. I invite you all now to join us in our final prayer. Together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you all for being here. Please stay for coffee, conversation, and cake. And for those of you who are joining us live stream, thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope to see your faces next week. Love you all.
Peace for all seasons, love every moment, light shines wherever we are. Faith in the darkness, hope in the silence, joy, joy in our hearts. Every day is a choice to show some kindness. We're all a part of one family, so connected, our hearts and spirit. I'll reach out